Hello, 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 this is Freyo and welcome back to Halethorn Zoo, episode 7. And today we're building a Jaguar Habitat and a Capybara Habitat. Oh, I do love Capybara. So, just to start, remember to like the video and maybe leave a nice little comment. I would love that. And if you love Jaguars, leave a like. If you love Capybara, as I do, leave a like. Now, especially for you, I've made a song about the capybara. So, to start the video, enjoy the capybara song. First off, I'm starting with the backside of the Capybara Habitat, and I wanted a big waterfall to be the feature of this habitat. So we're building the back wall and the pond where the water lands in, and this is also the swimming pond for the capybara. And yeah, I'm slowly just building out this area, which is going to be the outermost tropical area for this zoo. After this one we're getting an arid area, but that's something for next week. After I made the barrier for the habitat, I got, as usual, the creatures in and to see how they respond to the habitat, and made a nice, well, used the fence as a modern border, just getting those hints of the modern zoo build that we have here and there in the zoo. And yeah, I'm just trying to get that wall a little bit more smooth and getting fencing in, so this area of the zoo is starting to make sense. It's a small habitat, it's not a complicated habitat, but you know, capybara are not complicated animals. They just enjoy life and look like they're constantly high. So why not do them a favor and make them a simple habitat.
And then she said, "But hell, I never knew how to play guitar."
Eventually I'm starting to build an overhang, so our habitat gate is covered and the capybara have their hard cover. I closed it off with detailing the habitat, giving the hardcover a little bit of work, and then putting in a lot of greenery and plants to finish this habitat. And it's a Simple habitat, like I said, but I'm really happy with how it turned out. At the end of the video, you will see how it turned out and we'll do a little bit of a bigger tour. And now it's over to the Jaguar Habitat, and this is going to be a big build. I started again with all the tropical rocks, but halfway there I was like, this is getting way boring, way too monotonous, and I decided to make a temple out of it, and you'll see that in a moment. Also, what I wanted to do was get the people into the habitat. So, as you can see when I'm building, and I've cut out a few pieces because the building is quite long, there's a path going through the habitat, and the jaguars can walk over the habitat, which is what I am building now right here. As you can see, this is all still just rocks, but that's going to change. And of course I got the jaguars in to see how they react to what I am building, and I have to say this was one of the best decisions, because I needed to change those walkways up there where they can go over the people a lot of times, and the way they look now is not the way they end up. But yeah, you'll see. As you will see, everything I am doing in decoration is just plants in the tropical rock. That's gonna change soon, but yeah, just check this out for further development. This is what the habitat looks like now, and here I'm already regretting using so many rocks, and you'll see now that I'm gonna change that to the temple pieces, and I think it makes the habitat way better. The temple pieces give the habitat a much brighter look. And in the meantime, I'm also placing the mesh on top of the habitat, because jaguars are prone to escape, and usually a cat habitat is also covered because cats can jump. Cats can jump a lot. So yeah, let's just see how this develops. We're going for this South American Mayan Inca type theming, not quite 100%, but I think it's cool. The people can walk through the temple. It's a good vibe, if I do say so myself. Eventually I started placing the walls around the habitat and getting a backstage building in there. The backstage building is sticking out and way bigger than the habitat. That's because I am wanting to get another habitat next to it. At this point, I know now what I'm building, and it's maybe gonna change a little bit, but it feels like the right thing to do to have like a big backstage area for dealing with those big cats, because they're dangerous and they need to be handled very carefully. How much you like them or not, they're still wild cats. With this build I was building a lot all over the place. Here I'm detailing the habitat, getting all the little toys in and stuff. But yeah, there was a lot of detailing in this habitat, which I think makes it one of my best habitats up until now. It looks really good. But as you can see in this cut, I'm just jumping all over the place trying to get this habitat going. Getting the mesh over the higher part of the habitat. And yeah, it's I did a lot of changing, but I think it's for the best. And the way it turned out, like I said, it's one of my best habitats. There's room for improvement, but I still like what I've done up until now.
And then she said, but hell, I never knew how to play guitar.
When I was almost done with the whole habitat, I started detailing, and especially inside the visitors area and inside the habitat itself, I try to put in more temple pieces, make it come together more. As you can see here, just putting temple pieces in front of the glass, just making it a little bit more interesting to walk through for the people and give it a visual aid. Like here, the temple pieces on its side make for a nice little rubble. And yeah, everything is coming together. Eventually, I also put temple pieces underneath the platforms. They still needed some sort of structure to keep them up, and I thought the temple pieces would be ideal to stitch the habitat together, make it feel like one big nice habitat. And I think it works really, really well.
And then she said, but hell, I never knew how to play guitar.
And after placing the last fences, I am done. And this is the Jaguar Habitat. I am really happy with how this looks. I think we gave our furry friends a big room to enjoy and explore, and here you can see it walking up the bridge I made. So he's effectively walking over the people, and I really enjoy that it works the way I wanted it to. For some reason they keep to the sides every time they walk over. I have no idea why, but again, very happy with how this habitat turned out. I'm at the moment looking for the other jaguar. Don't seem to be able to find it, but that's fine. And here we have a nice overview of the habitat with the temple sticking out of the habitat and a mesh fence on top. And I think this is a great addition to the zoo. And as we turn around, there's the Capybara Habitat with the big falls and the open field where the capybara can lazily look around. And yeah, the outside is also great. I'm really happy with how this has turned out. Here we follow our little capybara friend a little bit more around as he's swimming in his habitat. I love capybara. I don't know about you guys, but I really do. I don't know why I went to escape, and I don't know why I'm going into the ground, but there it is. There are the habitats, like a nice overview, and I hope you enjoyed.